Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Hi, my name's Logan, and this is Deeper Than the Trailer. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the hit Netflix karate series, Cobra Kai. We're going to be looking at the Season 3 trailer, we're going to go through, break it down, and try and put a timeline together on what's most likely going to happen next season. The first thing we see in the trailer is McGill and Robbie fighting at the school fight like we saw at the end of Season 2. I feel like this is both a recap and also showing us what's caused and led to the events we will see happen in Season 3 Cobra Kai. The next thing we see in the trailer is Daniel at Johnny's apartment.
What did you think would happen?
In this short clip, we see that Johnny has grown a beard, and we know he didn't have a beard at the end of Season 2, so we know time's passed since Season 2 or 3. We also see Johnny is bruised and beaten up, which suggests to me that he's been in a fight. But the question is, who's he been in a fight with? So we know at the very end of Season 2, the last time we saw Johnny, he was walking off a beach drunk. As we can see in this clip, Johnny is drunk and angry, and we know Johnny's been known to do stupid stuff when he's drunk and angry. For example, spray painting a penis on Daniel's billboard. So I reckon what's most likely happened is Johnny, in a drunken rage, has gone back to the dojo and tried to fight Kreese for the dojo. We have even more evidence to suggest this, as we see later on in the trailer a short clip of Kreese with a bloody nose. There are two key things in the clip that suggest my theory is correct. The first one being it is dark in the dojo, suggesting to me it is night. As we know it would have to be night if Johnny's left the beach at night and gone back to the dojo. The second thing is, Kreese is wearing the same gi we saw him wearing at the end of Season 2. However, this is not as important because Kreese is always wearing this gi, so that doesn't necessarily suggest this is the same night. Also, considering Kreese's creepy as hell smile, this is evidence to me that Johnny has lost against Kreese, and that is why Kreese looks so friggin' happy. The next thing we see is a more of an emotional clip of Daniel sitting down, looking like he's reflecting on what's happened in the past season and trying to comprehend what's happened and what he's caused. I think he also feels like he's done a wrong thing, and he probably feels bad because he feels like he's let Mr. Miyagi down and knows Mr. Miyagi never would have let any of this kind of stuff happen. I believe where Daniel is reflecting and doing this is at his house, as he's wearing the more casual type of clothes that he does seem to be wearing throughout the series whenever he's at his home with his family. Next thing we see is Johnny in a jail cell. Also, just quickly, a lot of fans are saying that Johnny's visiting his son Robbie, as we do see Robbie in a prison suit later on in the trailer. I'll get back to that part about Robbie. So I reckon fans are wrong about Johnny visiting Robbie, as we can clearly see Johnny appears to be angry and holding the bars aggressively, which is something you normally wouldn't do if you're visiting someone, but something you would normally do if you wanted to get out of a jail cell. We can also see the person behind Johnny leaning up against the wall, who seems to be frustrated just like Johnny, suggesting they are both in a cell together. We can also see someone to the left of Johnny sitting down, which to me looks like all three of them are in a waiting cell, waiting to get bailed out. I also believe Johnny being in jail also links back to his fight with Kreese and why Daniel is at Johnny's apartment. So I believe the reason Johnny is in jail is because of the fight he got into with Kreese. I also believe the reason Daniel is at Johnny's apartment is because he's the one who bailed Johnny out of jail, and that's how he found out about Johnny's fight with Kreese, and I believe that's why Daniel says to Johnny, "What did you think would happen?" Suggesting Daniel is not surprised that Johnny lost against Kreese. Or the other thing Daniel could be referring to when he says to Johnny, "What did you think would happen?" is Johnny opening Cobra Kai, suggesting that Johnny should have known when he decided to restart Cobra Kai that something like what happened in the school fight was bound to happen. The next thing we see is Samantha crying in her mother's arms. My best guess to where she is would be a hospital, as we can tell by the elevator in the background and what appears to be a nurse standing by that she is at a hospital. I reckon she's there to visit McGill, and I feel like this is her first time seeing him the way he is in the hospital, and that's why she's so upset. The next shot we see is also of Sam, but in this shot she's looking in the mirror at the scars that have obviously formed from where Tori stabbed her at the end of Season 2 in the school fight. We also see by the look on Sam's face that she's remembering and reflecting on what's happened in the past season in the school fight. I think she's also regretting what happened because she is the main cause of what happened, because she did kiss McGill by the pool, which is what's led to Tori coming after, which has also led to the school fight. And I think it's another reason that Robbie was so pissed off, because she did kiss McGill. So I think that pisses Robbie off even more, and that's another reason why Robbie has kicked McGill over the railing. As I said, the next thing we see in the trailer is Robbie in a prison suit. Okay, so as we know, the last time we saw Robbie, he was fighting McGill and was about to run away from the school as he had just kicked McGill over the railing in the school fight. So my best guess to what has happened after that is Robbie has run away, he's gone back to the dojo and he's tried to find his dad, Johnny. But instead he's ended up finding Kreese, because as we know, Kreese now owns the dojo. And my best guess to what has happened is Kreese has called the cops on Robbie to both infuriate Johnny, but also impress and make happy the COBRAs that he is now in charge of. The next shot we see is a short clip of Tori walking into a room. It's hard to know where she's walking into, so we can see nothing around her. Besides the entrance where she's walking through, we can't tell who's around her either, because we can only see her. My best guess to where she is a party, a nightclub, or a casino, or something like that, because we can tell by the look on her face that there's a lot going on where she's going. We also see her start to smile towards the end, which suggests to me she's about to talk to someone or see someone she knows. Now back to the idea she may be at a casino. I reckon she might be at a casino or maybe an underground fight club, because I feel like she may be there to get money to help pay for McGill's medical bills. Because as we know, McGill's mum is not the richest person on earth. So maybe she needs money to help pay for McGill's medical bills, and that's why Tori's there to get some money for him. The next shot we see is of Hawk, with blood all over his knuckles, showing he's just beaten someone up. Looking at Hawk's face in this shot, it looks like he's full of rage, but at the same time, regretting what he's done. I feel like he's only done this because Kreese has told him to, as I feel like Kreese is the only one in the whole series who would encourage behaviour like this. Because as we know from the rest of the series, Kreese is a complete psychopath. Who did Hawk beat up? I think that's the question we all want to know the answer to, but unfortunately it's hard to know, because the only person we can see in the clip is Hawk. My best guess would be Dimitri, because as we know in the school fight, we saw Dimitri knock Hawk down, and I feel like Hawk would be super angry at Dimitri over that. Also, looking at Hawk's face in this shot, we can see that he's regretting what he's done. I think he thinks he's gone too far. And I feel like he'd definitely feel like that if it was Dimitri. Because I think he still partly likes Dimitri because of the friendship they used to have. Last and final shot we see is of McGill waking up. I feel like this shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone, because as we know, he is a main character. The one thing I do believe will happen between McGill waking up and later on in the series is there'll be a time gap, because as we know, he's a main character, and from the extent of his injuries, it's going to take him a fair while to recover, but he needs to recover quite quickly so that he can play a main part in the series, and I don't think he can do that while he's in hospital or really unwell. So I feel like they'll do a time leap between him waking up and later on in the series, like I said, so that he can recover quickly and become an important character once again. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Do you have any Cobra Kai theories on what's going to happen next season? I'd love to hear them down below.